Hi, this is LG Lawrence Green, and today I'm going to talk about some things I'm learning about LinkedIn for your business, and some things that I expect to be learning in my training that I'm about to start. And these are all things that you can take advantage of. First, one of the things we're going to discuss is if you're not on LinkedIn promoting your business and building networks and creating connections, it may be hurting your business, but it might not. We're going to talk about some of the things you should think about in this situation. So we'll be exploring your audience on LinkedIn. Before we get to that audience, let's talk about some of the statistics that you might be interested in knowing about LinkedIn. The first one is 41% of millionaires use LinkedIn, and 45% of LinkedIn users have an annual income of $75,000 or more. And 24% of LinkedIn users have an income between $50,000 and $74,999. Why does this matter to you? Well, if you want to attract professionals or people that have money to buy your services or your products, then LinkedIn is a good place to be when you see these numbers. One thing you'll notice on LinkedIn is that you have more people geared towards a professional nature. You won't see many pictures of what people ate or their pets. It's just a different format than what you would see on Facebook. You may even find if you posted the same type of things that you would post on Facebook, on LinkedIn, someone actually might reach out to you and say, stop posting this. This is not Facebook. This is LinkedIn. Now, something to consider though, LinkedIn is changing, but there's still a difference between Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really where you want to be if you want to do business to business transactions and become part of what is called the professional services arena. Now, one thing I will be learning in this challenge is how to set up my profile properly so that it's geared towards having people be attracted to me and being able to work with others. Where we're going to start first is with our audience, making sure that our audience is actually on LinkedIn and we have enough people to where it's going to benefit us to start exploring LinkedIn for building our business. Normally on Facebook, we're told to start with our audience, but on LinkedIn, we're going to do it a little differently. On LinkedIn, we're going to start from what do you do? For examples, you may want to look at this LinkedIn challenge yourself, the same one I'm participating. We'll put a link in the description. But what do you do? Think about what you do and how that affects your life and who you end up speaking to. In LinkedIn, you're going to want to decide what professional services are you under? What category do you fit into? And one of the skills we'll be developing in this LinkedIn challenge is finding how to search your audience, but then also how to use what you're doing while you're following your dreams and you're building your momentum so that you can be connecting with people now and growing your ability to offer your services and be building your community. We're going to be looking at what you do on a daily basis and regularly so that you can connect with those people that you already have some common traits and characteristics with. Then while you're talking to them about the things that you're already familiar with together, you can also explore what else they're doing, and that opens you up to being able to again strengthen and add members to your community so that you have a real community. So now searching for an audience, there's going to be a few different ways that you can start your search. When you're in the LinkedIn website, it's going to be best to start with the search bar in the upper left-hand corner. Now, once you're in that search bar, you're going to use that to find people using the keywords associated with what you do. So that's where you think about what do you do on a daily basis? What positions do you do? And then you're going to use those, put those in that search bar. Now, if you don't do a certain thing every day that you're not really well versed in, do not put that. That is not what you would put in the search bar. You're putting things in the search bar that you do. And if you can't think of anything that connects with other people, maybe LinkedIn won't be for you. So that is going to be something that you want to consider. Now, once you've found these people, one thing you'll be looking for is the picture. Do you actually see a picture on these profiles? And the reason why is because the picture says a lot. If they don't have a picture, they might not be the right person for you to talk to first. There's probably some better options for you. Now, some things to consider is LinkedIn is not going to be a place where you go chat with everyone. So if you find a lot of people, there's going to be a way you want to use this information. You want to consider things that business-wise people are looking for and the kind of conversations you're going to be having based on business thoughts. Now, if information is not clear yet on how you're going to find these people, it's okay because we're just starting out. There's going to be a lot more information, and so just consider what we're teaching right now. It's going to be a skill, part of the skill that you build on, and then go forward from there. Something important to consider here is this is just by using a free LinkedIn account, and what you'll be using is the search bar and something that you're already familiar with. So let me know if you're excited so far about this part of it. Drop an X in the comments, hit the like button. But think about it. Just from this information and a simple search bar, you already have uncovered some people that you can talk to and you can network with. Now, it's recommended that you start with people, but once you have those people selected, it's a people button. Once you click the people button after you've run that search, then you can also filter it from location so you can find people that are close or nearby to where you stay. Now, let me know if you're excited now that you have the ability to use a search bar on LinkedIn, find people that are similar to you, and that you're able to find people nearby so that you have even something more common to talk about. Isn't this amazing? Now, there are other ways that you can use to search, but the search bar can be your primary way of searching. We'll discuss some of the other ways that you can search, but you can just use that for primarily finding people to connect with. Now, if you're using the search bar, another thing that you can use is you can actually use hashtags. Hashtags will not only search for you, but it'll also bring up posts so that you can figure out what people are posting based on the hashtag that you chose. In addition, when you're using the search bar to find people in certain professions, you can also, once you find those professions, you can also use that information to find people at certain companies. So companies that you're familiar with, so you can talk to them based on your familiarity with that particular company. Another way you can search for people on LinkedIn is on the far right corner of your LinkedIn website. You'll see there's a little box, and then it's 9 squares in that box. If you click on that, you can actually go to groups, and you can use it to search groups that are. You can use the same search bar, and once you're in that area, to search groups, and then you can use those groups to find people. Now, once you're in that group, you can actually message people versus when you were just looking for people to connect with, you're actually maybe commenting on their posts when I talked about the hashtags, or you were connecting with them and you weren't able to actually speak back and forth until they accepted that connection. But in the groups, once you're part of that group, you can actually use that to make connections. Another important thing to know will be what the different levels on LinkedIn mean. So occasionally you'll see a number 1, a number 2, and that I'm not sure if there's actually a number 3 that says that, or it's just kind of insinuated on the level. But the level 1 means you actually have a connection. You know those 2 people. And if you have LinkedIn and somebody sent you a request, that means that you were in similar fields, maybe you worked with the same company, or if it's a friend, you maybe went to the same high school, college. Now, and then once you're actually connected, you've made a connection, like I know this person, that is your level 1. Level 2 is second degree of a degree of separation, where that person is connected with somebody that you are connected with, and then you have an opportunity to connect with that person. There's also, so the furthest one, the level 3, you actually won't have the ability to connect with those people. Now, this is where the groups come in handy, because once you're in the group, you can actually connect with those people if you're in the same group, versus having to have had that personal connection, or having to that person be a friend of someone you're already a friend or connected to. So that's how that works. Now, I'm about halfway through the day one challenge that I'm participating in. I'm going to stop right here and come back to it and take a break right now. And I do plan on going further and sharing what I'm learning in my notes. But for right now, if you want to participate in that challenge, I am going to put a link so you can actually jump right to it yourself. And maybe we can even follow along and discuss what we're learning in that and root each other on, have accountability program. But that's it for now. Basically, some of the things that we shared, there's some great people that you can find on LinkedIn that's going to be great for your business. Once you're there, you know how to search people and figure out whether there's enough people for you to talk to. And that can be, and it's going to be based on things that you actually do. You can branch out, but it's usually going to be a better connection. You're going to have more things to talk about with people that are actually doing the same thing that you're doing. So you have that search bar. You can actually use that same thing you're doing every day in order to connect with people similar to you. And then also you can even make it even closer by either using the location that you're living in, and so you have that similar location also, and even the same company. That can be something that you can use in order to build your network. And then again, then you also have the groups on the far right hand side that you can actually use to join a group, and then you can also use that to expand your network, get to know people that on different levels, so that you're not just in that same pool of people, which is not bad because you're going to have plenty of people that are great people to talk to there, but it's just going to expand the way you can grow your business. So this is LG Lawrence Green. I thank you for taking the time to watch this so that we could build together. Look forward to hearing about your success, and if you want to join the challenge, create an accountability group. I also do have a Facebook group that you're welcome to join. I'll put a link to that too. This is LG Lawrence Green, and thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.